What's up, folks? What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Charm City Heavyweights Podcast, brought to you by Great 8 Sports Memorabilia in Parkville, Maryland. I'm the host, Matt Trigger. With me, as always, is my co-host, Josh Merrill. What's going on, Josh?
So Matt coming live from the man cave, and the Orioles just sent Tampa on the road up to New York with a series win. What the fuck? And they should have swept the fucking Braves, man. If the bullpen would have held up. This team is legit. Take back what I said about not winning now is not important. No, let's start adding shit because this is a good team.
Absolutely, but we are going to be talking some football tonight. We have a Baltimore native. He went to Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, for those that don't know the shortened version. He is a retired NFL offensive lineman. Let's welcome to the show Justin Wells. What's going
There
on,
he is.
Justin?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing, man?
What's up,
Hey, it's
Justin?
good to see you, Justin. Just to kind of give everybody a background about Justin. Justin's a Baltimore native. Played his high school ball at Poly. Played in the professional league in the NFL as a left tackle or a left guard. You know, offensive lineman extraordinaire for the Carolina Panthers, and is recently just joined the NFL Players Association Baltimore Chapter as he was voted in as secretary. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, life, man. Life is going on, man. Excited, just excitement and new positions and growth in all my fields of business, from real estate, cars, and the NFL chapter. So I'm taking it all head on and just excited to in my 35 years now. I'm 35, like willing to give back and help and grow. So I'm just excited for all my new steps and my new chapters in my life.
I'm sure, man. You were ripping and running for a solid, almost decade, and it hasn't slowed down for you from your time in Poly all the way through your time in the league. What's the transition been like since you went from the nonstop grind of the NFL to the retired life? Now you have your hand in a little bit of everything.
Man, well, just being honest with you, the beginning part of it was kind of rough. Like when you got the one thing about football is structure. So every day you're getting up and you're doing your ice baths after your practices. You're eating a certain amount of food before you go to practice. You got 2-3 hours worth of meetings, learning plays. So that in itself of the everyday grind to you have so much free time. And it's just like, okay, how do I fill this void? And I'm just like, man, I got so much that I have to do. So I thank God for I got into sales. And what happened is sales is another competitive field, but it was just like, I think coming back into it, nobody likes to talk about this side. Like all your friends, when you had been playing ball for like 10 years, all your friends are now pretty much in management positions, executives, directors, business owners, and you're at the low end of the totem pole. Like I don't care how much you bench, all the 225, 40 times I could do the 715 squats. For the squats, I could do all that stuff meant nothing because I can't squat somebody into buying this house or squat somebody into purchasing this car. So I had to learn from the bottom up. And I was thinking, because one thing about me, and like they always say, the O line is the smart guys. I graduated with honors from college, so I always had my education to fall back on, and that's when I really think about poly. Like, really, my education was a good thing. So once I got into the sales, learn the bottom. I like to be number one. So I did cars was doing cars and I still do a little bit. Became number one in cars, and now I'm trying to tackle this real estate field. So I'm getting into the homes and the rehab side of things, and just learning the business even more. I've been in there for 4 years, so now I really have my feet wet now a little bit. So it's getting better, but really that life after it was tough, bro. Like a lot of depressing nights, a lot of nights of just thinking like, damn, did I fail? Even though I made it, did I fail? Because I didn't last as long as I wanted to. Like those types of things that you deal with are really true. We don't talk about it being bigger guys like myself. I don't like to talk about all that all the time, but when I do talk about it, I just like to keep it real. It's like it's a real transition out here, man. You really have to learn to find yourself and be happy with yourself for who you are and what you've accomplished and how you can take it and make new journeys and new goals for yourself to be able to still be happy with who you are after football.
I'm sure it's a difficult transition. I mean, you know, you lived out the dream that less than 1% of high school players ever achieve, and that's making it to the league.
Right.
So that's an accomplishment in itself. No matter you were there for a day, a week, a year, 5 years, it doesn't matter. You got there.
Right.
You got to step on that NFL field. So, Justin, I know my co-host here, Josh, wanted to ask you some questions, man. Josh, I'm gonna turn it on over to you real quick.
What's up, Justin?
What's up, Josh? How you doing, big dog?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, man. Quick question. I only got a couple. What was it like, man? Try to describe what was it like when you went into an NFL locker room and you saw your jersey, your name on the back of it. That had to be like, I can't even imagine.
Oh, listen, bro. Even though it was like 2012, 2013,
Mm-hmm.
2011, we had our phones, so I posted it up on the Facebook. The gram wasn't really around back then, like too heavy, like it was just starting up. But that Facebook definitely got that shot out. About 400, 500,000 likes, or like 500 likes on there. People going crazy. Boy, I'm so proud of you. Like it was like surreal, bro. Because you gotta think. Listen, I came from a Division II college. I love my HBCU. That's my thing. But I didn't know the feeling of I had one pair of cleats for like the season. We got out one pair of cleats when we was playing HBCU football, right? So when I got my one pair of cleats, we cherished that. That cleats lasted the whole year. When I went to the NFL and they said, "Oh, you can switch cleats out every day if you want," I'm like, "This, hold up, it's a little bit different, man." I'm like, I get endless cleats. Like, oh, it's protein shakes all around for us that we wanted. Like, it was just a whole nother vibe, a whole nother feel. I never had access to so much stuff. It just threw me off. I'm like, I could take all this gator if I want. I'm like, bro, it got so real. Like, I remember like and like training camp for practice, we had steaks and prawns and all types of stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm here now. like I really done made it now. Like it's just surreal. Like you really doing your thing. God is really God. I give it all to God because He got me there. Like he, it was like mind blowing, bro. Like the endless things and opportunities that you get when you're in the NFL, you don't think you think everybody. I'm like, dang, was everybody getting it like this? Or were we missing out? But it was surreal, bro. When they saw that name and I saw that Wells, and I knew it was real because at the time my ex-wife had came down and saw me like for one of the games, and she had my jersey with my name on the back. I was like, dang, you can get my jersey with the name on the back too. Like this is dope. Like I was like, wow, like this thing was a whole new vibe because we only had one jersey, two jerseys in college. So from a little St. Aug that I love and I cherish to the NFL, it was just amazing feeling, bro.
Right. You mentioned you went to a smaller college.
Hmm.
I've researched you today, so it is harder for guys in a smaller college to get noticed by the league. Online, a lot of people said that you got noticed from the All-Star games. You agree with that?
Boom, you took
That's
it right
right.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I really did. I went to two. Coming out of D2, I went to two All-Star games. I went to one over in Minnesota. What was that? Hold up, Utah. I had one in Utah, and then I
And you
had
dominated.
yeah, I got one out there, and then cause I went all North Carolina, all region team, and then I went all conference that year, and I went to an HBCU bowl. They had one back in the day ran by a guy named Tabor Smalls. He's in Baltimore too. Like Smalls, if you never heard of those guys, Matt, they're really good guys. The Small family, like they were running it down there, and they had all the teams, like all 32 teams came and saw us. So that weekend I won the bench record for the combine that day. So I did good out there, and I saw smashing cats in the All Star game, and that's how I got really recognized. Really, it was like, man, where are you coming from? Like, who are you? I was like, man, I just wasn't worried about who was in front of me. Like, if you line up and put pads on you, and O line is one of the positions that I honestly can say, if you go against a D lineman and you're offensive lineman, it don't matter where you come from. I'm still 6'4", 6'5", 325. benching 225, 40 sometimes, still squatting 715. I don't care who you are. If I get my hands on you, I'm going to dump you. And I was dumping cats left and right. I just had a good time out there. So when I got done with that, I really got a lot of buzz behind my name. And then back then they were doing regional combines too. Like they were still, they had opened up the regional combines for a lot of like people that didn't get a lot of notice. So I went out there, did real good there, and I got picked to go to a super regional combine in Detroit. And it was like a B side to the actual combine. So they had all of us in like the numbers and everything, ran the 40s and did the bench, did all that stuff. And that's how I ended up getting to work out with Carolina. And when I got in there with Carolina, I didn't look back. I was like, I just need my opportunity. As soon as I got my opportunity, I didn't care if you was a vet. To be honest with you, just want to keep a side note to you. Like when I got there to the camp, they had drafted a guard. When a lot of guys thought I was the draftee because I was smacking cats so much, that's how I really got signed. Because I went out there, I didn't care who was there. I don't care if it was a 5-year vet. I don't care if you was the guy from Alabama. It doesn't matter. When you put those pads on, if I get my hands on you, it's done. That's all I was always thinking in my head. Just get your hands on them. Once you got your hands on them, it's over. Because ain't nobody gonna bully me. I got a Baltimore man tell like you can't bully me. So it was just fun, bro.
Wow, that's amazing. What was the biggest adjustment, man? This is the last question, Matt. What was the biggest adjustment going from, college to the NFL? Was it the speed?
Funny, what they always say. Now the NFL game is faster. Like this is not my answer, but I'm gonna give you this example. This is how fast the game really is. So when I came in my first year, Cam was there. So my second year, they drafted Luke Kuechly. And we were in practice, bro. Like Luke was a dog. So like when we doing our blocking fits and schemes and whatnot, so I had a double team fit. And Luke was the backer. Usually I can take a double team, lay a little bit thick, and then climb up to the linebacker. I laid into the double team. We smashed the D tackle. My coach was like, blew the whistle. I'm sitting there like, man, what the hell? What are you talking? Why are you blowing the whistle? He said, man, look back. We smashed the D tackle. Luke had the running back in his hand. I said,
Oh, wow.
God damn. I said, excuse my cousin, like, boy, you got this guy, he already got the running back. And he was that fast, bro. So Luke ran a 4.4. This to go to show you how fast Cam Newton is. Luke had an angle on Cam. Cam was so fast, he outran Luke and looked behind him. The game was so much faster, so I can honestly say the speed is the truth. But for me, it wasn't the speed too much. It was really the playbook, bro. My playbook in college was this big. My playbook in the NFL was bigger than my hand. I
I
said,
bet.
goodness gracious, like we had to know everything. My coach was tough, Coach Masco. I love him, and Ray Brown. I love them guys because they gave me an opportunity. But the biggest thing was me because in offensive line, you don't never want to sit at the line and be like a computer kind of reloading. You want to be reactive. So if you're at the line thinking like, oh no, if a split change or if you're gonna cross my face or anything like that, it's too much. So my thing was me having to learn how to process all the calls because they'll go left, right, foxtrot, tango, Crayola, XYZ. I only need to know the Crayola XYZ, but the tango and everything else could throw you off. And if you hit one wrong thing, it could tell you to go to left when you're supposed to went right. And I really had to learn that stuff real fast because the difference was, and this is what Coach Masco made me really realize where I was, and I wasn't in D2 and I wasn't in college no more. So one day I'm in there with the ones, I'm in there with the first team. And he like, and I did a false step. I did a false step. He was like, all right, he blew the whistle. I'm looking at him like, Coach Masco. I'm like, damn, man, I know I fucked up. Don't kill me too, like, because he'll kill you. Like, I can't get mad at him. But he was like, yo, listen, Wells, look to your left, look to your right. And I looked to my left, look to my right. He said, you know what the difference is from where you were to now? He said, you're in between two millionaires now. And I said, oh shit, I can end somebody's millionaire career by taking a false step because you don't want nobody. If you take my 300 pounds and put it on their ankle, I could end their career. You can't have those mistakes anymore, and that's what really took me to the next level. Like, oh no, we got to take this a lot more serious than that playbook, and it took me to the next step.
I have a question for you, Justin. That Carolina Panthers defense had quite a few ballers on that team. You know, like you said, a young Luke Kuechly, a couple former Ravens. Haruki Nakamura was on there. Dwan Edwards. How was Dwan Edwards in practice?
Listen, bro. A guy, you said the right name because DeJuan probably was the toughest. DeJuan, like me and Star got me a few times here there, but I can get with Star. Kawan short, me and him done had out battles. I done got with Kawan. He done got me a few times, but I done got them. Like DeJuan, like that's that vet. That was the vet, man. He had the speed and power. I gotta give it to like, bro. Before the ball was snapped, he dang near your chest. You gotta be. That's another reason why you gotta know your plays, cause he's coming. Like DeJuan, like, and I never knew about DeJuan. Like I really didn't like heavy until I met him. I'm like, who is he? Like he probably was one of the toughest people to block there, honestly. Like, and I don't. Greg Hardy was another guy like Charles Johnson. Me and Charles had our battles. I done battled with the best of them, and I earned a lot of them respect because my nickname used to be at the Panthers used to call me No White Tees in the Club. That used to be my nickname. Hey, big fella, come to the line. No white tees in the club. You know what that mean? Get them up out of there. And I used to get them up out of there. So that used to be my nickname because D'Angelo Williams, that was like D'Angelo probably one of the best guys on the team, like the funniest guys, like very humble. Like rest in peace to his mom because she had lost it during that time through cancer. Like he was big on that. Like he was just a hell of a awesome teammate.
He was a
And
good running back. He was a very good running back.
Him and
Yeah, he was.
Jason. Woo, them boys was we've been practice. Them boys hitting that hole, they gone. Like you're not touching them, elusive. Both of them strong. That was like the best 1-2 tandem I ever seen up live. Them boys was getting to it, and I loved that about them. And it was just like, to be honest, DeJuan was a dog. He was a dog. Quan Short was a dog. Star Latule. Like that defense, it made it easy when you go against other D lines. Like, oh, y'all not really like that. Like we see this every day, so that makes you better when you play other people.
What was Greg Hardy a physical specimen the way he looks on television?
Bro. All right, so we gotta keep it a buck right now. So I gotta keep it a buck. And Greg is one of my guys. That's to this day still one of my guys. Like he's Greg. Let me tell you a funny story. Greg gave me my first pair of designer shoes. Went over his house one time. I was like, man, I like these Gucci shoes. Greg was like, Justin, you can have them, bro. I'm like, what? He made my day. You don't even know it. To this day, he made my day. But physical specimen, bro. The only guy, like in college, we had a guy named Alex Hall. Like maybe this guy, he could tell my coach he's gonna go get a sex. Like Greg Hardy literally could tell Coach Rivera, I'm getting a sack, and he'll go get it. Like on a all pro. I not seen him do stuff to all pros that was just like he was literally killing all pros like it was nothing, bro. Like we've been practice. Like I'll number one tackle 70 million, making him look like it was nothing. He wasn't even. I remember he did something so crazy in practice one time when our tackles went to like the set and punch. He full step him, made the tackle almost fall forward. He never touched him, spin back out and sacked the quarterback. I was like, yo, Greg, like, what the hell? How are you that freaky? But he scared me, like, not scared me, but like threw me off one time. So we getting ready for a game, and Greg, you come in the locker room. Greg got red eye contacts, and he looked up at me. I was like, what the hell? He got these red contacts, and he's like, he's like he about to go crazy. I'm going crazy. Had 4 sacks that game. I said, dang, okay, he's different. 4 sacks. The only guy that I seen in the game that can get 4 sacks like it's nothing, bro. Like if all that stuff probably would have went down with Greg would have been one of the greatest ever at the end because he was just a specimen.
It's funny that you mentioned that because it's a good lead into the next thing I wanted to ask you about, and mental health in the NFL. You guys take the physical punishment, but there's also the mental punishment. Nobody understands unless you play the game at a high level that you're in a car accident every week, every day. Even in practice, depending on who your coach is, you're in a car accident every day, and the mental eventually takes its toll. And he, speaking in hindsight, being 2020, he messed around with the marijuana, which was cool. It's a plant. It was illegal. It was illegal for a long time, but now people are seeing that it really does have the healing remedies and that it's an alternative to the pills that the teams were forcing down y'all's throats for
years
for pain management. Kind of touch on that a little bit. Like, where did you fall in line with the whole situation with him? Because you guys are friends. I'm not asking you to like say anything negative. That's not what I'm getting at. But
Right.
What was it? What is your stance on where they are with the medicinal purposes and the mental health aspect of the league?
So, the NFL. Oh man, my thing on weed, like I just never was like college. I went through a stint in college, like, but I really wasn't for that. Like the weed, I haven't touched marijuana in decades. Like
Right.
I couldn't. That wasn't my thing. Like people used to get mad because I get tested. They don't even smoke. Like because really, just being honest, you only got to pass the test once a year. So it's like really, you got to have a little bit of discipline. You don't got to pass the drug test once a year. So
Wow.
guys, after that, guys, you can do like cats really can do what you want to do, but that just like this is what it is. So it's to make all that money, we gotta be accountable to pass it once. So the NFL is not bad with that. So if they just only they not being sticklers like, oh, we got you testing you every day or every night. No, they wasn't. They're not doing that. When I was playing, they wasn't doing that. So I give them that wasn't too bad. But the mental aspect, like that part is probably much more, to be honest, thing that I appreciate now that I didn't appreciate then. Because playing in the NFL, you got a macho bravado. So it's like you don't want to seem weak. Oh, man, physical. Because I used to always think physical was more taxing than mental. And now in my life now, I find that as mental is more taxing than physical. And playing football is you're a gladiator, so you're like, man, my hair hurt, man. I'm not saying nothing about nothing. I'm going through it. I'm going to the next phase. So just to share a story, bro, like at I was out the league for a couple years. Like I'm still dibbling and dambling, still maybe playing some arena just because I want to still stretch the itch and well right now and some other stuff. So I went to a symposium in Dallas, Texas. It's called the Life After the NFL. So something like the NFLPA does for cats throughout the league, which is awesome, bro. And I'm a big this one up a lot because what happened was it was like, all right, so let's come on, like let's put it down. It's like a big therapy session. So you'll have, say it was me, 5 Cowboys, 5 Rams, and we're all just telling our stories, man. So I'm going around. I tell how I was depressed. I felt like I almost wanted, because I was so messed up trying to live somebody else's dreams. I was like one day and wanted to kill myself. Like I'm got Hennessy bottles. Maybe I should just drive off this bridge, man. Like and give up because I'm trying to live up because I got cut. I was like, man, dang, I got cut. Uh, man, listen, man, I worked to get this contract back again, did all this, and I got cut. I'm hot. I'm hurt, so I'm ready to throw in the towel at that point, ready to give up. So I'm sitting there going through it, like, and it's like I'm telling the stories, but to hear from other kids how they were going through their situations, how they got maybe wanted to be suicidal, how when you retire, bro, how you go back in your house and you feel ostracized from your wife and kids because they have their own set and formalities of how they do their own day to day situations. So when you're not there, your wife is taking your kids to school. They're making it. They have their day to day plans and then you come in and then you feel like you're an anomaly in their situation. So the stuff that I was hearing, I was just sitting there like, bro, this is phenomenal. This is the things that we need to do for us to be able to get past and cope past it because, bro, like I said at the beginning, when you're playing football, you have a already set schedule on what you got to do. I know I got to work out today. I know I got to run 2 miles. I know I got to learn these plays. So you got that. When you don't have that and you got to come back into that life that you think you know, it's a whole different world. Like me starting from the bottom, had to build my career up. Somebody else had to go in there to their life that they're not a part of because their wife and their kids is something different during when they're football season. It was so many different situations, bro. I was just sitting there like this mental stuff is crazy and it's crazy when they say like, dang, you really don't see all this stuff because you just so engulfed with just football, but football is only a minuscule part of your life. So when you're done with it, you really gotta have something that you enjoy, have somebody that loves you, that's willing to work with you, because you're now becoming a new creature now at that point. You're becoming a new creature. You truly have to transcend yourself into something else and become a new man and live in who you are. So when I thank God for one having God, because my mental, I would have maybe drove off that road, bro. And as big as I am, when people see me and people that probably see the story, they probably never thought that how much I was really going through, how much the disappointment it was. Because you gotta think every time I was getting past, like, all right, I'm done with football, I'm good. Somebody come up to me, hey man, you still on shape, man, you look good, man. You want to play football? And then it just knocked me all the way back down, and I'm just like, oh, all right, I gotta get used to this. And it's just like, dang, bro, can I just be Justin for a second? Not Justin the football player. Like, I'm so much more than that. Like, so you have to, after that, for a while, have to deal like that. Even right now, when somebody sees me, they're like, "Oh, you still play football?" But I'm so much better now mentally. That's how I can handle it because I'm more released from it. But maybe 5 years ago at 30, I couldn't handle that. I was all over the place, bro. I was hurting mentally, making money doing good, but still hurting mentally if somebody say something about football. Because people that play basketball with me or play sports with me, like, bro, you still super athletic. Come on, let's try to get you back out there. I'm just like, no, bro. I'm like, it's time to let that go. So, like, that mental part, I think the league is doing great things with that, man. They're doing these symposiums. I got to invite to one. I don't know where. I think it's back in Dallas this year. But sometimes they go to Hawaii. They go all over the place, and they'll pay you for your flights and everything. So they make it easy for you, and not just only you, bro. They make it easy for your spouse too. So you can bring your spouse on the trip too, because
Wow.
yeah, they know your spouse is going through it with you. So you can bring your spouse, and y'all can really have a real sit down with a real therapist in a group setting and really get everything out, because it's like she's dealing with a stranger, and you found new things about her that you didn't see because you don't see her half the time, and all the other crap you got going on, probably with women and all that. Because it get real at that point. You just got to be real so you can grow and know what's going on with your relationship. So it's awesome. I love the NFL for that, and you know, listen, if anything, the only way you're going to grow in those sessions when you're talking about football and trying to get past it is just being truthful. And them brothers in there are truthful because we all truly one bond. One thing about the NFL, once you in there, they show you love. You could have been in there, like you said, a year, a day. Once you cross that shield, they got some type of benefits for you because, like you said, it's a 1%. So they do look out for that 1% as much as they can. But the longer you stay in, you get more benefits. But even if you signed it one time, they offer this to a person that might have been there for a day. They'll get you up in there. And then what's even good about that program, bro, they put you on with different businesses to start your career. So maybe you want to own a truck driving business. Maybe you want to join the WWE. I almost became a WWE wrestler. I just turned down the workout. I almost did it.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
I got offered to work out and do the WWE, and I was just like, man. The man was like,
Wow.
yeah,
We're
bro.
we're, we're WWE fans. We're like super
Man.
fans, man. That would be
Yo, I'm
awesome.
trying to tell you, bro. Bro, I guess I got a Facebook. My old Facebook pictures with my I had the actual WWE championship across my shoulder. Like that joint is like for like 50, 100 pounds. That joint was heavy. I was like, no, this joint ain't that light. I said, oh, this joint real. He's like, no, it's the real one. He was like, so he ended up offering me a workout. But I was like, man, it was too much. The car industry started getting to me real good. I was making real good money, so I just didn't want to do it. But it was just like those opportunities they laid out across the board for you to be able to do it because they know you gotta find something that you love, bro. Like sport, like the only thing that I know I want to get into eventually is sports casting. Like I like that. I really like to get and talk about sports a lot, so I'm down for that.
Hey, that's a good. That's as good as a place I need to start. You got the foundation for it, and you got the charisma for it. Obviously, I mean, this has been a very enlightening interview so far. Um,
Sure.
I wanted to ask you though, Justin, because now that you're involved with the Players Association, like you said, it's a brotherhood, and does it make you feel a lot better knowing that you got people locally, former players locally that you can talk to if you can't get to one of these symposiums and have that group session to where you can network within the Baltimore or the DC, and if you just need to reach out to somebody, is that an added benefit to this point of your life?
Of course, bro. Because like you said, when they tell you this is one of the key things, this is for all the young high school kids that's going to come up and they're going to make it professionally eventually whatever profession, not if it's not the NFL, even if it's the leagues they got under it, it don't matter, arena, all those. When you're in those leagues, they always tell you they're going to always answer your phone call. They're going to always get what you want. You're going to always. So you take advantage of and leverage all those people that you meet. But you're so focused on football, you're not listening to the business aspect of it. But they're telling you to take. If they say they want to put you on a Nike contract, take the Nike contract right now. Because if you the moment you get cut, it's gone. So that's like they said. All those opportunities was in my face, but then the moment I was done with the professional side of football, oh, it was gone. So to have now people that went through the same thing you went through, because at a certain point, it don't matter if you walked away or you were cut. The game is over. So it's and that's one thing about our chapter. Everybody's done with football. And we had one active player. I think that was it. This past last year. I know Brandon was still playing. I think he's done now. But Brandon had a great career. If he is done, if he's not done, he's still like I know Brandon did his thing. So, and that's Mr. Copeland. Got a great camp that he does every year.
Yes. Played at Gilman, right?
Yeah, Cope is that guy. That's that, and that guy. He's another man
he was on the Ravens a few years ago.
Yeah, Cope is that guy, bro, and he teaches financial literacy. He's an awesome dude, man. Like I came out with
I played against him.
You played him?
Yeah, I played at Mount St. Joe. He was at Gilman.
So
I played Ben Eaton too. I played all them boys.
Oh yeah, so you had to go get some dogs, you know. You got good practice with B Mitch, so y'all two dogs, man. Like it's when I say it's a good thing that the chapter is there because it's good that because I know people actually from like Quan Williams and then my best friend, we all graduated high school at the same time. So all of us in the same chapter. Walter Sanders was my high school running back. So it's actually a few of my friends that I came out of school in 2006 with. We all ended up making it to the NFL and we're all in the same chapter. Jason Murphy, one of the guys that was my mentor when I was coming up. He was a former president of the chapter. So it's not just a chapter, it's actually family because these are people that you really deal with on like I can call Jason right now, like, yo, Jay, what I need to do to because he if you don't know about him, this brother created 50 jobs for Amazon for people that was ex-convicts and all that stuff and created jobs for him. He does phenomenal things. Tabor Small. There's just so many good people that we got in this chapter that I don't leverage all the time, but if I call them because I'm little big bro. I'm bigger than everybody, but I'm little big.
You are. I'm not a small person by any means, but you got me by 5 inches in height, and yeah. You're not small. Don't even go there.
Listen, bro, it's so much love. Just like now, that opportunity, I never would have got a chance to meet you possibly if it wasn't for the NFLPA. It's those opportunities that you get a chance to be able to tell your story and leverage an opportunity with great people that the NFLPA does. So it keeps that chapter right there. We do something every month. 1 month we might be at Topgolf. The next month we might be bowling, and it's all just for camaraderie, so we can come together and talk about business ventures, talk about how just to shoot the crap. Man, remember we smashed the Titans that one time? It's just certain things that you get a chance to talk about, and it's just phenomenal because when you get to sit down, it's nothing like when brothers get to dwell together in unity. When you get to sit down and talk to other people that's like-minded, of the like spirit, and went through the same things you go through, you're more comfortable. You're willing to open up more. You're willing to release more. I can't release what I'll release at the car dealership or at the real estate office, but what I'm gonna release with all my football buddies because they don't know those situations. They never been 4th and 1. We got to get the next yard. They don't know that. They don't know. Oh, after the game, I was so depressed. I crashed 2 half a gallons of liquor, and I had to go sit back and drain it out in the steam room. They don't know those stories because they didn't do it. You can hear it 1,000 times, but you don't know that. So it's just that chapter, especially I can speak for our Baltimore chapter. It's really family intertwined, and we show a lot of love amongst one another. So it's awesome.
Absolutely, it was a great opportunity to meet all you guys at Topgolf. I know that you said that your boy Ricardo was on vacation. I know you FaceTimed him while I was there.
Happy birthday, Bolo. That's his name. Call him Bolo. That's his nickname.
I'm not. Yeah, okay. But yeah, before we let you go, Justin, first of all, we want to thank you so much for joining the show. It was a pleasure
Thank you,
talking to you.
Justin. It was
No, thank
awesome.
y'all.
Where can everybody find you on social media to follow you along on your next journey?
Well, I'm glad y'all said on Instagram. I am His Grace 88. Again, His Grace 88. I want to shout out my team, man. The Dan Cohen team. If I can get the camera right, Dan Cohen team. That's my realty team. So that I'm on for EXP Realty. So right now you're going to see me doing a lot of closings. I just growing this group, even though I've had many transactions before. I'm been with a few like maybe less than 60 days. I already did 3 closings already, just like that, bro. So
Fantastic.
we're
Awesome.
locked in. So to be honest with you guys, my goal is to really be able to empower the community, because a lot of people out here renting and renting. It got some advantages, but it got some disadvantages. But to come to find out, a lot of people can be purchasing homes, and I want to be able to help people be able to take advantage of grants and other programs that's especially in Baltimore, to be able to empower our city and grow it. Because what's happening is a lot of people will leave in the city, but we actually have to stay and grow the city. Like when you told me like I'm in the Hamlin area, Justin, that makes my day, because that area back when I was in Poly wasn't the it area, but you stuck it through, and now that's one of the most progressive areas in the city, the Canton area. So even and also the Canton area, there's so many different areas in the city that doesn't get the light, and all we see is the negative side. And I'm just like, I'm tired of it. So I want to empower my people and the communities to understand that we got to make Baltimore great again, and we really can make Baltimore great again if we stick it out and we give back. Like, so that's me even stepping up. Like these teams out here want me to start coaching, so I'm really about to start getting back into not get back. Well, I was doing it in 2000 and maybe like 10, 11. No, that was 12. I was coaching. I'm gonna get back into coaching, like O-line, because these kids need an offensive line coach. We got the skill positions down, but everybody that know me, like, I take pride in O-line. I don't like my quarterback to get touched. I don't like my running back to get tackled unless we going positive 10, 5, 6 yards down the field. So I'm about to really take a grasp of this community for these young men and make Maryland super great when it comes to offensive line now. Like, so I got a few things that I got planned that I want to do. Start doing my O-line camps and getting things squared away, and I'm just excited. So you're going to catch me doing some stuff. I'm doing all Odell Beckham's camp too. A lot of people don't know that I already got the invite to the camp too. So I'm doing this camp. I can't say the date just yet, but I'm doing Odell Beckham's camp and I'm doing Brandon Copeland's camp. So those 2 camps are coming up. I'm going to be at both of them. I already got the invite, already signed, sealed, shirts already ordered, everything. So you're going to see me out here in the community giving back like I like to do, because it's just fun, man. You can't, if you're going to take the knowledge with you to the grave, what you get it for, man. So you got to be able to share the knowledge and share the wealth for the youth. But my goal is, before maybe like 5 to 10 years, I want to get some kids in college just playing offensive line for football. Watch, you'll see a few things, and then do my thing on this real estate. That's just me, bro.
That's fantastic, Justin. Hang around for a minute or two after for post show. We're gonna wrap it up. Josh, go ahead and close the show down, man.
All right, we're shutting it down. We ain't gonna do nothing special tonight. We're just shutting it down. We're tired.
Hey, Josh. I gotta come to the cave,
All right,
bro.
folks, that's a wrap.